Abby, thank you very much for the warm welcome. We're glad to be here finally in Midland. I'm Mike Banschbach. This is Gina Aaron. Welcome to the West Texas Wasteland. Gina, we're at the Choose Life Midland building. Tell us a little bit about the building.
We obtained this building in 2011, and the reason why we purchased it, we're less than 100 yards from where Planned Parenthood used to be, which is now a university a clinic that is pediatrics, so it's for children, for babies. And I'll tell you, the first time I walked in there with a mother and the little baby for a checkup, it was great. It gave me chills to be in the facility. It was so lovely.
Okay, in 2013, we've had abortions here since the 1990s. This was a new facility across the street that was remodeled and built. But in 2013, we experienced what Tolkien would call a eucatastrophe, a total and complete unexpected event. On a Friday night, we learned that Planned Parenthood was shutting down, and the reasons for that were numerous. Firstly, in no particular order, Texas Alliance for Life's work in the Texas legislature for many years, and influenced the legislators to continue to restrict funding to Planned Parenthood. Secondly, and equally as important, is Abby Johnson's defection from Planned Parenthood and her subsequent work with Texas Alliance for Life, with Joe Poyman, all the staff there, Texas legislators, to continue to tighten the noose around the purse strings of Planned Parenthood. Thirdly, 40 Days for Life. David B. Wright, Sean Carney started that in College Station. We picked it up about a year after it started here, did the summer or the spring and the fall, 40 days, and that certainly helped with a lot of loyal volunteers here in Midland to close this facility. So it was totally, completely unexpected. Team effort. Austin, Abby, people in Midland. Talk about Unplanned and the screening here.
And we were fortunate to be able to do a preview party for the movie Unplanned for Abby, and we had a great turnout. And I'd like to brag a little bit on the Midland, Odessa area, but Midland came in number 2 for the sold out theaters for the buyouts, and we were so grateful for that we were able to help promote the movie and had great success on bringing in volunteers since that movie's been released too. And glad that we're online here. We also had Dr. Poyman come out when that big donation for Planned Parenthood came in 2018, I believe, and got to bring out Jim Sedlak, and they did a whirlwind tour through West Texas trying to keep Planned Parenthood out. They have opened back up in Lubbock and El Paso, but we are bound and determined to keep them out of Midland and Odessa.
So one thing that I would suggest for some other cities, you may be involved in it, but one way Planned Parenthood keeps their pipeline full is to be involved in the local school systems. There's something called the School Health Advisory Committee, SHAC, S-H-A-C, and people from the community sit on that committee and advise the local school districts on sex ed programs. An employee of Planned Parenthood, a former board of director, were on that committee 10 years ago in Midland, and were very instrumental in ramming through a Planned Parenthood friendly sex ed program in Midland. And we've been fortunate enough to get people on that committee on a routine basis to stem that tide. So that's a way that Planned Parenthood will infiltrate and have an effect on the school children in your local schools. So if you can get involved with that, to at least be a voice to oppose any efforts that are being made, that will pay dividends. Talk about May 8th.
Oh, on May 8th, we've got our lovely Abby Johnson coming out here to Midland, Odessa for a celebration of life event that's going to be held in our big football stadium out here. It's a Saturday. It's the day before Mother's Day, so it's going to be a wonderful event with all kinds of activities. But our main speaker is Abby, and we're going to welcome her with open arms to our desert part of our state. But we thank you so much for everything you've done, and we appreciate Dr. Poyman and all of the team for putting on the Texas Rally for Life.
And I want to reiterate that out here in Midland, Joe has come out here several times. Some of the board of directors from TAL have come out. We out here in Midland look to Texas Alliance for Life for leadership, for ideas, for inspiration. The things that have happened out here would not have happened without Texas Alliance for Life and Abby Johnson. That's a tremendous 1-2 punch. And we are so thankful out here to be rid of Planned Parenthood, hopefully forever.
Yeah.
But the spirit of Sauron lives, and we have to be ever vigilant so that the spirit of Sauron doesn't take shape across the street here again.
Thank you so much for having us. Come visit us in West Texas.